Alright, welcome in everybody. Good day to you from wherever you're watching this. I am Maddie. Welcome to the channel. If you're coming in from Twitch, please hit that follow. Coming in from YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. If you'd like to join the Discord, that's MaddieEllen_62552. But that doesn't always work, so, you know, it's look for me. But I don't usually post stuff on YouTube or on Twitch. Not Twitch. I don't usually post stuff in Discord that often. So, and my main content is always all my content's exported to YouTube as the main source of your viewing pleasure. So, I have not streamed in over a week. If you watched my last live stream, it was back to when I was having to hold up the phone to the TV because I don't have Game Pass, and I decided to go play somewhere else, and I signed in somewhere else, and Xbox makes you do that whole verification thing that it's you, and I didn't have double two-step verification set up, so it was wonky. I came back home, couldn't log back into my own account, and had to play with my brother. So the last live stream I did was directly live stream from YouTube, holding the phone up, recording a 50-minute live stream of our flight to where you go to do the scoop endorsement for Flight Sim 24. Now, today's flight is, we're going from where we would have landed, the airport close to where I did my scoop endorsement, and we're heading to where, in career mode, you do your initial attack aerial firefighting mission. It's just the one mission leg today. When I loaded this yesterday, it didn't tell me how long, or I would have tried to make this a two-step flight, at least. I could have changed it around. We could have went to Lyon, Spain, and then out to Portugal. I say as I'm looking. I keep losing my cursor, of course. I think Lyon... I say this and then watch, there's no airports actually, is there? Yeah, right here's Lyon. So yeah, I could have came here to San Andreas del Rabeno. Yeah, I could have came here and then went there, because that might have made it a longer stream, because with a 5-hour flight, 35 minutes, I'm not doing the whole flight. This might be another 50-minute live stream, but that's fine. So, also, I had just received this in watching on another Twitch channel. They were doing a giveaway, and I won a plane 2 weeks ago. And ever since I got it installed on my game last week, I've not flown it yet, but it's called the Scout, and let me see if I can show you guys here. So we got different ones here. I don't want the Tundra tires. We're gonna take this one. we don't need the real big tires. We're on asphalt. But, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 different ones. No, not right. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just 3 float variants, apparently. I don't know, there might be a difference. There's a reason why I did this one though, okay. So yeah, it's the Scout American. I wish it said so. American Champion Chambers. I don't know. Anyway, the Scout Denel 35 wheel analog. There we go. American Champion. We can have a cruise speed of 116 knots, and our max altitude is 16,000 feet. We can fly for up to 6 hours and a range of 800 nautical miles. So, what happened here? That just changed since we were looking at it. It said 535, now it's saying 618. But, and I just lost the music. It keeps doing that. So, we're within the mileage distance for this flight. I don't have a departure. I really keep losing this today, the thing. Yeah, we don't have a departure, so when we go feet wet, then I will cut to the, arrival. But we keep losing the audio. I don't know what's going on there. Actually, it's not the audio, it's just the music kept cutting out, but... Alright, so, yeah, I don't know how long it'll take us to go feet wet, I say that, and then I'm like, eh. This is the only flight. So... And I got 3 hours. I could be on here, so... Granted, that doesn't always happen with me. To actually stick around for 3 hours. I don't know what, you know, I've done wasted almost.
Traffic BEACHCRAFT 579er84 taking off runway 25 departure to the west.
Apparently I didn't put in my call sign and flight number and all that. I didn't even write down a flight number for this. I'm really out of it. There should have been a 6-digit flight number. Let's see. Our flight number should have been 324 3 7 no 324 389. Did we get ourselves stuck? Well, at least it fixes stuff. Alright, so here we are. Let's make sure everything is on correctly. What do we... That's smoke. We don't need the smoke. Here's what I was looking for. That's pitot heat. We don't want that. Fuel switch. Shouldn't that be off now? But okay. Starter button is off. That's mixture. That's the vent. That's the fuel valve. That's the throttle. That's the window. Do we have no lights? We have no lights whatsoever, huh? Parking brake. Why? Yeah, off. Yeah, okay. Open vent. Emergency door release. Wow, is there only rudder pedal? It doesn't look like there's brakes on those pedals. I said I've not. There's the trim wheel. I don't know what this is. I think it's the radio. What is this? Cockpit light. Alright. That's a red light, so I guess it wouldn't be on now anyway. Here's the light. Pulse light on. Well, we want landing lights on. Pulse light off. Alright, now we're ready to go. I say that. Where's... There it is. Okay. Release the brakes. Brakes are released. Rev up. Wow. Doesn't take much for this girl to take off. I'm like, we were nosing down. It was concerning me. No, we're climbing. You know what? Where's our flaps lever? We have flaps. Where's the flaps lever? That's the prop. That's throttle.
Bordeaux Center BEACHC
That's
RAFT
anti-ice.
579er84 is passing 600 feet, climbing 10,000 feet.
Beechcraft 579er84 Bordeaux Center altimeter 30.15 radar contact. Continue.
Wow, wouldn't you love to be the backup, the person in the back? All you have is your throttle and your stick and throttle. Technically, they could give you a third seat, couldn't they? Maybe not. Yeah, so it's one of those. We can venture out of the cockpit. I'm technically still within the cockpit. It looks like there's only the one door, and that's on the co-pilot side. Yep. However, we got... I could see brakes. I'm still wondering where the flaps lever is. And there's nothing in the checklist that would tell would have pointed out where the flaps were. What is this? Oh. Hidden clipboard. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure where this is. Oh, I could pull breakers, huh? I wonder if that really would break, but yeah, I'm not gonna test it. Oh, there's a switch right here. Map light. Again, it's daytime. We're not gonna see it, but it's on now. Turn that back off. What are we rated for? Wow. To recover from a normal or inverted spin, use full opposite rudder and neutralize elevator. Okay. I think we are feet wet. Let's check the map. Yep, okay, so this is gonna be a short one like I said. But it might be even shorter than I thought. Where's my pink line? Alright, what we'll do is I will go to the descent phase, because I think the approach will put us quite far inland. So let's just, you know, we're skipping forward in time, but we're also going back in time. Probably 2 hours, maybe an hour, 2 hour difference. So.
Madrid Center BEACHCRAFT 579er84 16,000 feet.
Oh, Beechcraft.
Beechcraft 579er84
Yeah, we're not the
Madrid
Beechcraft,
Center
but okay.
altimeter 30.21 radar contact. Continue to
I clearly had planned this before. That's why those flight plans were still there before I loaded this flight in. It was my other flights that I didn't get to do the full stream of. Or something. Alright, so where'd it put us? That's good, that's good. We still have about probably a half hour. I didn't put us on the approach because then we would have been like right over here. And this is where we're going. It's right there on the map.
You are 1,300 feet below your assigned altitude.
Lima X-ray, or Lima Echo Victor X-ray.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet Beechcraft 579er84.
Alright, folks, so, yeah, I got my problem fixed. I'm able to record again now. Wow, is there enough seatbelts here? You got 2 lap belts. Okay, so you got your lap belt with your, okay, so there's 1, 2, there's a 3 harness, 3, yeah. The one between your legs, across your lap, then you have a regular lap belt, and then you have your shoulders, so 4 point. So you have 1 3 point, your shoulders, and the lap, no, your shoulders are going into your other lap belt, it looks like. Interesting that they did it that way. Did I find the flaps? No, God, where are these flaps at? There it is. There's the flaps lever, golly. Like, I know it's gotta be in here somewhere. But what else is down here now? What is this? The full 40 gallon. I'm asking what it is, and it clearly was highlighted earlier. No. What is that? The fuel valve. It looks like writing is on there, but it isn't. Yeah, it only looks like the the rudder pedal. It doesn't look like there's brake there, but we know there's brakes. Oh wow, they actually put the engine in here? Look, we found our cubby hole. This is pretty cool.
Beechcraft 579er84.
We
Please
get
expedite
chopped
your climb 16,000 feet.
to bits. I might need to... I'm just gonna
Madrid
request
Center
this.
BEACHCRAFT 579er84 requests destination change to Vigo.
Beechcraft 579er84 is cleared to Vigo Airport as filed. Squawk 4201.
Beechcraft 579er84 cleared to Vigo Airport as filed. Squawk
So, I'm gonna
4201.
take it that little red button.
579er84 read that correct. Radar
Yeah, it
contact
says comms 1
15,500
mic.
feet. Altimeter tree
That-
0.22. Continue to VX 400
But
turning and following heading 265, resume on navigation, descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
that is our
Continue to VX
for
400
us to
turning and
transmit to
following heading
ATC.
265, resume on navigation, descend and maintain 10,000 feet, Beechcraft 579er 84.
Wonder what happens if I turn it off. Do I still make radio calls?
Madrid Center BEACHCRAFT 579er 84 requesting vector to next waypoint.
I guess so.
Craft 579er 84, continue to VX 400 turning and following heading 270, resume on navigation.
I was just seeing what happened if I
Continue
pushed
to
it.
VX 400 turning and following heading 270, proceed on course Beechcraft 579er 84.
So, what else have what have I been doing all week on my brother's profile? I've not really gotten too far into Baldur's Gate 3. I can't figure out which mods I want to use or not use. And then I just keep replaying the tutorial. I mean, because there's so many options. There's your race, there's your class, there's custom character creation, there's original character creation. So there's like so many different ways to play this game, and because certain decisions are based on dice rolls, you're never going to get the same experience twice, no matter how you try to replay the same play style. Or like the other day I started a campaign, or I started a new game, and I was a Dungeoneer dwarf, and I wanted to play non-lethal. Well, because I came across something, and I have dialogue tags mod turned on. There was a dialogue specific to my Dungeoneer dwarf race that caused me to kill a creature instead of non-lethal. Now, I could have went against that, but I'm like, I'm role-playing, as in if I see a dialogue tag in the game for that specific race or class, I'm going to take that. There's also playing like it's called Dark Urge or Dirge for short, and where you can be as evil as you want, which leads to weird, even different play styles. I mean evil as in you don't even care about the companions you might be able to have. And Baldur's Gate 3, for those of you who don't know, that might have, but most of you that play that game know that it's based off of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. In fact, I think the game just got an update to update it to Dungeons and Dragons 5.5. I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons IRL. My brother got a thing called Dungeon in a Box, so we have a game map and some little pieces. He tried his first DM session, Dungeon Master session the other day, and things didn't go very well. The book that comes with the package was not very, he said, was not very useful or helpful, and he was having you improvise a lot more than he thought. With the encounters my sister-in-law and I were coming across, he was also being a PC along with the NPCs. So, we didn't actually play through the whole campaign so far. And in Dungeon in the Box, this current campaign takes 13 months. So we'll be getting roughly a new book or a new storyline booklet for November. And So we gotta play up. So basically, this first map, for the first part of the campaign, only brings you to level 2 of whatever your character is. And I think we might have to restart the campaign. Because I think we got to a point we were stuck. Or my brother was stuck and didn't know what to tell us. But, so, yeah. What else is going on? Oh, big news from yesterday. I've been putting this off for a reason, but, I actually finally got my discovery flight done yesterday. It only took me a month. But, did my discovery flight, which is what I thought all I was gonna do, and that's exactly all I'm ever gonna do. I had fun, but there is no reason to keep paying for an instructor to take me up and try to... Not that my instructor yesterday really had to teach me it. I knew enough that, I was just asking him when we did stuff. It was my aircraft for a few times. I did a whole 90-degree left bank in control of the aircraft. I was able to pull the seat up forward enough to reach the rudder pedals and the brakes. However, I was not far enough forward to where I could have done a full rudder, and if I had moved even further forward than where I was, I have a feeling I might not have had enough space to have nosed up when need be. The yoke, so it was the 177 Cardinal, Cessna Cardinal, and the controls were very, very touchy. Now, on the controller, for Xbox controller, I don't have my sensitivities turned all the way up because the thumbsticks need resistance. So I could see, like right here, yesterday, I could see my horizon indicator bubble, or, thing here, but all I could see was the blue and the brown. I couldn't see the actual indication. And then I could see the white needle to know where the white bar started, and I could barely see the green to know when to do my rotation speed on the way up. But I didn't do the handle to takeoff or the landing. Yeah, I just noticed we had avionics down here. Excuse me. I got the hiccups. Oh, God. No. Just a second, folks. Alright, so, yeah, I did my flight yesterday. My flight instructor was great. We talked about it. There's... And it wasn't like I was disagreeing. There's no sense in paying to keep doing lessons. Well, there's two ways to look at it. They don't know how to accommodate for me. There are people that are less vision than I that have learned to fly with their CFI. But that these other people might have more money than me for all I know. 'Cause it would cost me roughly uh, like $360 just to fly twice a month, and that would only be, I would only be up for 2 hours each time, so, or not up, but, you know, messing with an aircraft for up to 2 hours. So, I went through a pre-flight checklist, and then we went through our post-flight checklist and all that. I had to pay for the fuel. So we went around the county. We did a whole flight, a flight around the county. Probably about 45 minutes doing it. I don't know. It felt a lot longer than we were probably up there. So it was only $20. And we really only flew maybe 40 nautical miles. It's been a while since I plugged in the full, like, I can't even make a video to reenact what my flight plan was actually yesterday. Because every time I plug in everything to do a flight around the county, it's a weird flight plan. And then we came, we didn't do a join, but we joined in with the left-hand traffic pattern for runway 5 at the 45-degree angle. And my instructor, I asked my instructor if I could do the flaps when we were in flap range 4. So I put us in flaps 1. Now we turn the base. The 177 doesn't have a notch for flaps 2. And he told me to be careful, so I accidentally, we were in 3, and then I had to slide it back up to try to place it in 2. He had to he had to actually put it into 2 to make sure we didn't slow down too fast. But yeah. But yeah, there's not a notch when you slide the flaps lever in the 177. Put it into 20 degrees. And I couldn't see the runway till we the only way I had visual on the runway was when we were 2 nautical miles away. I couldn't. What I tell you what I can see here in the cockpit is what I could actually see. The only difference was. The only difference. I can't get it to work. Is it not? There we go. The only difference is. I can. I could kind of just reach down. So in the sim, I gotta come down here, mess with something. I'm taking my eyes completely off the horizon, right? Well, IRL, you learn where these things are, and you just reach over and do it. And I kept glancing yesterday when I had to deploy the flaps. I had my hand on the yoke, and I glanced over, set my hand on it. I had my eyes still in the horizon, and I said, told my instructor, let me know when we're in flaps range. And so when he told me, I hit it, but it was, I could still quick glance, which is a lot easier to do in real life than it is here on the Xbox. Now, of course, my instructor's like, yeah, you would be better off spending your money and making yourself a actual home cockpit. The thing is, I need about my whole SSI chip just to get the gaming computer. And then I don't know when changing my Microsoft account to a PC whether I lose all this content that I purchased or not. I know in Train Sim World, if you go from console to PC, you have to repurchase all of your content again. But I don't have the space. The only thing I could do now, where I'm still close enough to see this TV, and I'm on like a 19 to 21 inch screen versus my big, like 60 inches, I need to be able to see the stuff that's in the top left corner and the bottom left corner, and I couldn't do it on the bigger TV without getting up. But like right now, all I could do was rudder pedals. I already tried the HOTS one and it didn't work out. It pushed me further away from the TV. And for me guys to see this altitude, you guys don't know this one. In order for me to read the altitude and all this while I'm in here in the cockpit, I have to be with like only 3 inches away from the TV. Whereas I can be a little bit further back to read it from here, but not really, because it's the same info, basically, but it's bigger in a way. But oh my god, is real life, being in the real cockpit is definitely better. Definitely better. No one would ever argue that the simulator is better. You get you get your force feedback. Things look correct because you're not using a 2019 map. You get to actually use ATC if you understand how to use ATC. I didn't handle any radios, obviously it was a discovery flight. But yeah, I kinda did a walk around. I did a full check for my instructor while I did one and then he did another one, but yeah, I did my left brake, right left rudder, right rudder, brake. I did a brake check before we taxied onto the runway to line up. I was a little good with the brakes. But no, while we were sitting, before we even did anything, I was doing the check to make sure things were working before we powered up and started the aircraft. Yeah, so I did the elevator check, I did the aileron check, I did the rudder check. So, the only problem yesterday was the left harness, shoulder harness, was cutting into my neck. But yeah. And it's not like the guy that I had yesterday, he's like, I don't go up and do flying for fun. All my flying is productive. He says he doesn't even take his family out on nice days for flying. All his flying is just is when he's the instructor. Because we asked, well, hey, can we just give me a call if you want to go out and just go fly? And he's like, yeah, I don't kind of ever just do that for fun. And then he's like, not that I don't have fun doing this, but I don't just go out on my own. Or else, yeah, I would give you a call. So the only other way is to either know someone that's already a pilot that's just gonna go up and let me, pay for the gas, or try to be a lounge lizard over at the airport. Now, the word lounge lizard is someone that just kind of just lays around an area and hangs out all the time. Is apparently what it is. I don't know if there's such thing as lounge lizards at small airports or flight schools. I know there's lounge lizards at cigar lounges and that's not a bad thing to be a lounge lizard at a cigar lounge. At a cigar lounge, a lounge lizard is someone that's constantly there, whether they're smoking or not. They're just there. They're there for the community, just to hang out.
Beechcraft 579er84 descend and maintain 5,600 feet.
Oh, I really should have checked
Descend
my
and
flight
maintain 5,600
call
feet.
sign
Beechcraft
and flight
579er
number.
84.
Because we should have been Scout, and that flight number I told you guys is what it should have been. Yeah, so I asked how they do call signs, and of course, military has specific call signs, and he's like, no, it's just whatever your plane is, or whatever airline you work for, so. Granted, a lot of times I've been just using Maddie, and a flight number. He didn't really tell me how exactly they come up with flight numbers for each flight that's filed. So I'm just gonna keep coming up with flight numbers on my system. I didn't know if there's a real world system that I mean, I could look it up too. But where are we at? I think I know where we're at. We still got time to go here. Not sure exactly what is going on here. Yeah, I didn't mean to open that. What did I open up? Navlog. Yeah. Close. Oh man. So I'm like, can we see the ocean out there yet? I don't think we can. I don't think we have that much visual range. No. But it says 24 miles to the airport is what I'm guessing. VG Victor India Golf Oscar Vigo. Now, yep, now I see the ocean. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Portugal. So we went from the west coast of Aquitaine, present-day France, through across the Iberian Peninsula area through Spain to Portugal. Now, I don't know. I have no idea if I'll be doing any. I don't know if we're going back home to home county after this. I had quite a few flights out of John C. Toon I could still go back to. But once I do the firefighting thing, if there's nothing there, then yeah, I gotta make us a trip to go back home again. Which means we might have to fly south, or I have to fly to back. Either I gotta fly south to the biggest airport in Portugal, or find a big airport from where we're at, or
Beechcraft 57984, contact Santiago.
or we have to go to Madrid.
Good day.
But I might take us to Lisbon.
Going to
A short
120
flight.
decimal 2 Beechcraft
Quote unquote short flight to
57984.
Lisbon. And
Santiago
then
approach
Lisbon to the back to the States.
57984 is passing 6,200 feet, descending 5,600 feet.
So I might have to look up. I'm gonna look up flights from Lisbon to the U.S. It's probably there's probably a flight from Lisbon to Atlanta. I mean, I could always not do a real world flight there and just make it up. I for some reason feel like this was not. I know we're not on real time. Okay, live weather was on, okay. I thought I could see the ocean, but it still looks like the mountains. Which, I mean, that's accurate to at least what we have in 24, because, yeah, there's a lot of mountains over here. Because, apparently, yeah, one of the mountain peaks is where we gotta do a water drop. And then so somewhere along in here we do a water drop, and then you circle this way. If you missed your first drop or you didn't complete it in 100%, you circle back around to the left, or you go further north, come to the left, and you land on the water. You scoop water, take back off, and do your second attempt. And then if you fail your second attempt, you just failed. You can complete your initial firefighting mission by only getting 50% fire suppressed, but you're gonna barely get a C for your flight score. But yeah, you got plenty of water between here to land and take off, or if you land and then you come down here out to sea and then come back around. They give you plenty of water to navigate. Yeah, so I thought this was funny. I didn't comment. On my last stream, I got a comment about what Msfs, and I'm like, huh. Based on the title card, the thumbnail, it's to me obvious of which one it is. Again, on my title for the videos, I don't put which one it is in case, because I might switch up and do 2024 or 2020, so I don't even bother putting which version of Flight Sim it is. It's just Msfs. And there's sometimes I've done both in the same stream, so.
Runway 01 approach via Obodi transition. Clear to Obodi.
Keep speed not above 230 knots. Expect RNAV X-ray runway 01 approach via Obodi transition. Clear to Obodi Beechcraft 579er84.
Alright, well, so we'll be making a right bank to line up with the runway here in a little bit. But, anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so I don't put the thing in it, but it was like, based on the thumbnail on that last live stream I did last week, I'm like, I can clearly tell which sim it is. But if someone's not played 2020, they wouldn't have known that it was 2020, but I mean, like, There weren't, at least it wasn't a rude comment, it was just like, more like, well, for me it was a here's your sign moment, like, I can clearly tell which one it is. So, when I get done here, I'm gonna do my normal routine. I'm gonna get something to eat, go outside, and then I gotta make my channel update for today, which means it will be out. It should be out before this actually uploads when I export it. I don't know. People are coming over and they're supposed to be helping Dad pressure wash the house, so I'm probably gonna be, ew, you stink. Go back. Why do you have to come out and smoke? Comment. I don't know. I've lived with my parents now for 2 years, and my mom still complains about the smell of my cigars, so. Oh, we're making a right bank. Well, that wasn't much of a bank, was it? Because now we're making a left to level back off. There we go. Is there a map thing here? I didn't even check. That's the flight plan. There was a map. Exit. Do I have to exit this screen? Invert flight plan. No. Back. Clear? Shoot. Oh yeah, yeah, clear was what it was. Yeah, there we go. But there's no information. You know, I'm terrible. I never turned our landing light off. But that's because they still needed to be on when we were just climbing, so.
Beechcraft 579er84, keep speed not above 220 knots.
Alright.
Keep speed not above 220 knots. Beechcraft 579er84.
Oh, we got a cloud layer we might have to go get below. I think we're now under, well, I failed an IFR. We're at 5,000 feet. We should be able to be in VFR rules now. Yeah,
Santiago
we'll cancel
approach
IFR.
BEACHCRAFT 579er84 would like to cancel IFR.
Beechcraft 579er84 IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Santiago approach BEACHCRAFT 579er84 is type 8 miles southeast of Vigo, 5,100 feet. Request flight following.
Beechcraft 579er84 Santiago approach. Squawk 1132.
Again, we're not a Beechcraft.
Squawk 1132 Beechcraft 579er84.
I just
Beechcraft
forgot.
579er84
I forgot
radar
to change
contact 8 miles
everything.
southeast of Vigo, 4,900 feet. Altimeter tree 0.24.
Roger BEACHCRAFT 579er84.
Alright. Again, I don't think you're supposed to. You're probably not supposed to cancel IFR in the middle of your flight. I don't know the proper protocol though. I've only done VFR, IRL. I mean, no, I've flown commercially before, but I mean, the two GA rides, flights I've taken have been just VFR, so. So in my D&D campaign, I'm a halfling stout monk. I think I've said that before. Anyway, I'm also, right now we're at level 3. Yeah, all of us are at level 3 in the campaign, and there's 6 of us. And we started a session last Friday, and then we had an issue where we had to pause. So we gotta finish our session today, and maybe be up to level 4. But I'm gonna go to level 5 monk, and then I'm gonna also multi-class. I'm gonna go and be cleric. We don't have someone with the abilities I'm gonna pick up as a cleric right now, and it fits with my character's background of how I was trying to roleplay, and that's I'm gonna be more of a support and healer as well. So I'm gonna use the spell I want. I think it's useful. Is even at level 1, and that's the command. So I can get them to flee, to get enemies to flee, grovel, halt, or drop. Like I say, alright, I command the enemy to drop its weapon, and then I probably have to roll for it, but or the enemy has to roll. I probably have to roll to know if my command makes him do what I want him to do, and the NPC probably has to roll to determine whether they actually comply or not. Then there was some other cantrip, it's a cantrip, and like maybe 4 or 5 spells. I think it was Cure Wounds or Heal Wounds. I think Heal Wounds, even at the lowest one, was like rolling 3 d6s or something, so I gotta relook at it. I'm not gonna be leveling up probably till the end of the month to do the multi-class anyway. But then again, I might not be playing next Saturday either. Because this Saturday is supposed to be the week I don't play. But we're going up tonight to finish our session we started last week. And then I don't play till the following Saturday, so... yeah. I really, this is like the... I didn't fly at all. I did that stupid live stream. I say it was stupid. I did that 15-minute live stream, with me holding the phone like I used to live stream on YouTube. And then, I hadn't flown since because I couldn't get in here until... I couldn't get into 2024 on my own profile to move the story forward for myself of what we were doing for our streaming flights. So, and I didn't do any free flights. I didn't even watch Nate Wolf 49 streams. I'm supposed to be moderating. I didn't even do that. I just like, I can't be in the sim. I kind of like just disconnected from everything flying related for a week. This works out fine, right? I mean, I did this skip travel 2 feature, but we still got a decent enough stream here, I think. Oh shoot.
Santiago approach BEACHCRAFT 579er 8417 miles east of Vigo. Request IFR to Vigo, ready to copy.
Beechcraft 579er 84 is cleared to Vigo Airport as filed. Squawk 1132.
Beechcraft 579er 84 cleared to Vigo Airport as filed. Squawk 1132.
Beechcraft 579er 84 read that correct. Radar contact 6,700 feet. Altimeter tree 0.2 tree, continue to VX 410 turning and following heading 275, proceed on course climb and maintain 10,500 feet.
Continue
Yeah,
to
I
VX
screwed
410
that up.
turning and following heading 275, proceed on course climb and maintain
I canceled
10,500 feet.
and,
Beechcraft 579er 84.
Then we start. I wasn't following the flight plan. There we go. So I refiled. Now we're back on track. I thought, well, there was a reason. I'm like, we're going the wrong way, aren't we? Yeah, I had to do a 180. Oh my God, so much for landing soon, huh? I just extended the time of the flight, the stream for a bit. That's all I did, right? I might be able to move this forward just a bit. Yeah, let's just move us to the approach phase. That's where we were supposed to be at anyway. Woo! Oh man, I hate when it just launches you back in like that. It scares the hell out of me. Okay. We have the runway in sight. But we are not in any position to be landing, are we? Is it just me, or is that the tires look funny? That's interesting taxiways. Wow, yep, this airport has some gates. You know what? Let me just make sure we got
Santiago
this.
approach BEACHCRAFT 579er84 requests destination change to Vigo.
Beechcraft 579er84 is cleared to Vigo Airport as filed. Squawk 1132.
Beechcraft 579er84 cleared to Vigo Airport as filed. Squawk 1132.
Beechcraft 579er84 read that correct. Radar contact 2,800 feet. Altimeter tree 0.24 turn left heading tree 20 resume on navigation climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
What? No.
Turn left heading tree 20, resume on navigation climb and maintain 16,000 feet Beechcraft 579er84.
No, 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 no.
Beechcraft 579er84, you are 2 miles northwest. Keep speed not above 230 knots. Expect RNAV X-ray runway 01 approach via Obodi transition. Clear to Obodi.
Keep speed
Oh,
not above
God.
230 knots. Expect RNAV X-ray runway 01 approach via Obodi transition. Clear to Obodi Beechcraft 579er84.
Alright. I want... Well, I don't remember which RNAV it was. Alright, well, it's none of these. It was something with runway 1. Okay, hopefully I fixed the problem now. Why does it say this that way? I'm landing. That doesn't look like that's what we're doing, but yeah, we're on landing procedure. According to that, it looks like we're going the other way back to the airport that we just took off from. So I hope we're not. I don't think so. Yeah, because we just flew over Vigo. Now we're turning back towards the airport. But there's also the star. We're making a we're making a left turn and then a right turn. Okay. Left bank, right bank. Oh, I got a song stuck in my head, or at least a part of a song. It's just one line that's stuck in my head.
Climb and maintain 5,000 feet.
Why?
Climb and maintain 5,000
Okay.
feet Beechcraft 579er84.
Beechcraft 579er84 climb and maintain 5,600 feet.
Oh, now we're going up.
Climb and maintain 5,600 feet Beechcraft 579er84.
are you having us climb over these mountains, or we're just going through them? I mean, they're very thin clouds, so, and then the mountains, maybe that's what they're clearing me? Making sure we're clear of the mountains on our 180 turn. Yeah, I got one line stuck in my head, and I can't get it out of my head. And I don't even know the rest of the lyrics. I just know the one line. Oh, what a day. Already been up for over an hour. Yeah, like usually I just get up, I get my coffee, and I get on here.
Speed not above 220 knots.
So,
Keep speed not above 220 knots, Beechcraft 579er84.
do what now? I wasn't paying attention. Crap. All the way to the bottom. He keeps me none of my. Oh, you're just reminding me. I thought there was a altitude change. We're in the wisps. Wispy, wispy, wispy. Let's see, my nephew should be here probably now. Well, he should already have been here. I think my brother had to go do something this morning, and my nephew has been sick all
Descend
week
and
out of
maintain
school.
3,400 feet. Keep speed not above 185 knots. Beechcraft
There we
579er84.
go. 3,400 feet. Alright. So, in real life, they don't know what landing rate is. So, I might remove it as a feature, because all we care about is that we made content, and that we're contact with the ground, and that you were in your right speed for landing.
Miles south of Vigo. Contact Vigo Tower
Yeah.
on 118.955 when inbound.
Tower on 118.955, Beechcraft 579er84. Vigo Tower BEACHCRAFT 579er84, 8 miles, south inbound RNAV X-ray runway 01 approach.
Beechcraft 579er84, Vigo Tower. Altimeter tree 0.241, calm cleared, RNAV X-ray runway 01 approach.
Cleared RNAV X-ray runway 01 approach, Beechcraft 579er84.
I think I will get on here and do my firefighting mission later. And maybe come up with a plan. My next streaming flight plan. I don't know. So I don't know. How many days I might have to skip again, or because I really want to play Baldur's Gate 3 too. I mean, as well. So stupid headset. My headset in the aircraft fits me a lot better than the dang gaming headset does. The only problem is, for some reason, I don't talk loud enough into the microphone in the aircraft, and I keep getting my stuff gets cut because it doesn't go through the mic very well. I feel like I had to yell just to make sure my voice actually carried through the mic. What the? Oh. Right, yeah. 20 flap. Well, 21 degrees. How did we get 20? Oh, it must be 7 degrees per flap? Are we at third stage of flaps then? If you didn't know it, I was in co-pilot mode this whole time. That's what threw me off with that. I'm like, what? Wait. But I am trying to stay in the cockpit more often than I used to be. But if I'm ever manually landing, I think I always have to be external. It just got a lot louder, that's all I know. I'm like, wait, it's a lot louder out here. That's what happens when we deploy the flaps.
When com cleared to land runway 01.
Beechcraft,
runway 01,
clear to land.
57984.
This is why you keep short flight numbers of like only 2 or 3 numbers, huh? So, 324. 89. 23489 would have been the flight number then. And that's me trying to shorten it. How are we on target for the glide path? I don't think we're on target with the glide path. I think this just means that you're in the right speed. I don't think this means has anything to do with the glide path. We should be making our right bank here soon to line up. Are we nosing down? As we're hopefully, you know, finish this an hour and a half. It's a pretty good, decent stream. And then, like I said, I'm gonna give myself something to eat. Maybe get something to eat. Go outside and smoke. I gotta do, like I said, I gotta do my channel update for today. I did one earlier in the week, but it was a midweek thing, and it had to... But it wasn't in my actual channel update. If you're watching this far into the video, thank you again. Please hit that like on the YouTube side of things, and FYI, there is almost always a playlist to every video I put out. Although there's sometimes I think I've put videos in the wrong playlist, but it's in a playlist. I mean, I've even gotten, I've got playlists where there's only 2 videos in them of Train Sim World, so. I'm surprised we're flying like this. I'm sorry, I just figured it'd be lined up by now. It looks like we're doing a slide? Are we sliding in the land sideways for a reason? I mean, I don't think this is how you actually land, but we're descending and sliding forward, so what are we doing? How are we doing this? We're not gonna land on the runway. Are we? Okay, I'm external for a reason. I have no idea how you would do this IRL. To completely just slide sideways. What are we? Oh my God! Wow!
Beechcraft 57984 contact ground.
And then we're gonna have a crash now.
05.
Wow! 5-star
101.705,
landing.
Beechcraft 579
214.
Goodbye.
Like I said, I'm turning that off though. Well, we didn't actually crash into anything just yet, but that was cool. That was a cool landing. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't think that was real though, to be sliding in and actually land on the runway like that. But maybe this is how this plane lands. But that was cool. That was a cool landing. Wind was 338. 338 from at 3 knots and 21 degrees Celsius. That's still quite warm, isn't it? Isn't 21 quite warm, like 80 something Fahrenheit? Like I said, there's a few gates over here, so where are we ending up? That's funny, you got this really tiny plane behind an airliner.
Vigo ground BEACHCRAFT 57984 taxi to the gate.
Well, we're already at the gate.
57984 taxi to gate 6 using
Okay.
taxiway.
Taxiing to gate
It should have
6
been a
using
parking
taxiway,
spot, but okay.
Beechcraft 57984.
Yeah, now we gotta just turn around. We're already at the gate. You know why it's Beechcraft? Because I was gonna use the Beechcraft for this flight. That's what it was. But I got this plane, and so I decided to use this for because I didn't even do a whole flight in this plane. Like I said, ever since I got it, I got it, and then I was locked out of the account, so I couldn't. I hadn't had a chance to actually check out the plane. We ran over the signal person. Alright, folks, again, thank you for joining me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.